Hey, what's up? This is Garen Bronson back with another one, and this is my part two to the video I was showing you guys and girls prior with the Kevin Samuels about working 60 hours to 80 hours a week. A little bit about myself again. I do work 80 hours a week, full time job, two full time jobs, excuse me, and I also do a little bit of basketball on the side where I'm basketball training kids. So I would say that's an extra 5 hours a week. So I'm clocking in 85 hours a week per se. I do have an extra job, but I ain't gonna really get into that right now. But this is my part two video, and we were talking about just Kevin motivating me to say, hey, look, I gotta go beyond me working 50 hours a week. I need to go to 80 because I gotta clear off my student loan debt, my credit card debt. Got finished with my credit card debt early last year in 2024. Then I started focusing on my student loan debt, which I am still paying off. And I'm going from 35 of last year to now 18K. And I'm still paying it off. Hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be finished with it. And, this right here, this video is a part two. And let's get into it. This is what motivated me. The video right here is what motivated me to say, hey, look, I gotta go extra. I gotta work 80 hours a week. And let's get into it. I'm gonna hit play. Let's go.
I'm 35 years old and I'm still living life like a teenager. My wardrobe is like a teenager. My income is like a teenager. I date like I'm dating a teenager. Guys, matter of fact, if I lost the job I have right now, there's no way I'd be able to go out and get another job making this much money.
I agree. When you're in your 30s, you should be looking to improve yourself. So if you're behind in life, I agree. You should be looking to improve yourself, physically, mentally. That's number one. Number two is you want to pay off your debt or whatever case may be. Make sure you clear all of that off. Then you want to start focusing on the clothing. You want to start getting better clothes. So in that closet, you got to make sure that you have suits. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be around different people when you're going out. You know what I'm saying? You want to go into different environments. You want to start networking. So, make sure you have your suits lined up. That's another video for another day, but make sure you have a suit or two or three. All right, let's keep going.
I have no skills. I've been living life like a teenage boy. And I'm gonna tell you, I know dudes out there, good dudes. Men haven't worn a suit since high school. Don't own one. What's
tough.
in your closet? Nothing. I'm like, how do you get to life? And it's not even just a matter of income. Some dudes actually make enough money to afford all these things, but they don't live a life like it. I'm like, so it's one thing to not have the money, but if you do have the money and your wardrobe and your appearance still looks like a boy, you're still a boy. You may have more money than the first guy, so you feel like, I'm better than that. Okay, but what are you doing in your life? If you're living a life to...
I agree with Kevin. Well, just when it comes to clothing, like when you wear a suit to a job interview, like your perception is everything, especially that very first time. So when you're in a suit to a job interview, that person that's interviewing you, that recruiter is gonna be like, wow, that's if you have a really nice suit, they're gonna look at that and say, okay, this is very presentable. And when you're going out to other places, like let's say you go out on the first date, you're wearing a suit. Listen, women love that. You know what I'm saying? You wear a nice little suit, nice slacks, nice top, with a tie, with the shoes, haircut, your Gucci. They're going to love that. And then you going out to other spaces where you're wearing just suits and stuff like that, and you go into networking and listen, like people it's all about that first impression. When they see you in a suit, it looks good, man. You might end up, networking with other people, getting different jobs, better jobs, and better positions just by wearing a suit. So you never know. You never know who's around. So always wear a suit when you're going out to places. When you're at home, you're just chilling. You wear this, cat suit. But other than that, wear a suit to all the other places, man. Dates, interviews, networking. You know what I'm saying? Wear a suit, those places. Anyway, let's go.
You are not exposed to anything that you wouldn't have been exposed to as a teenage boy. Houston, we have a problem. You have to get really clear on what should a 30 Let's just say a 30-year-old man. A 30-year-old man and a 21-year-old man should be living two different lives. The 21-year-old man needs to be out there chasing it. I would expect the 18 to 21-year-old to be at spring break, college parties, drinking, chasing skirts, hitting the gym heavy, but at 30, I would expect that to be way out of your system. You still go out, but you're not going to the, coin beer night places. You're not going to the...
I agree with Kevin here. When I was in my 20s, this is probably one of the reasons why I'm in the position where I'm at. So, when I'm in my 20s, I wasn't really saving. I was going out every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and even Sundays for brunch or something like that. And I was just going out partying, man, just trying to check out the scene, a new scene. I'm just always out. So, and that a lot of times that got me in trouble, man. Just financially, it got me in trouble. So, you end up doing things that's out of your means financially. You can find yourself going on 3, 4, 5 dates. You know what I'm saying, or just spending frivolously. Doing things you shouldn't be doing at a young age. But you also hitting the gym and stuff like that. You're in your 20s, but once you get into your 30s, you should be focused, man. Focus on bettering your life. So you shouldn't be going out to the club anymore. I mean, you can, if you want to go out to a lounge. Kevin's going to explain here soon, but club scene is done when you're in your 30s. You should be looking to do better for yourself when you're in your 30s, man. Just get to it, man. The club scene is over. Even, if you're going out with friends, it's good to go out here and there, but not every weekend, not every day. You got things to do. You got money to make. But let's continue.
The 18 and up clubs, you're at least going to the 25 and up clubs if you're still going out. But at 30, you should be out of that clubbing phase. You should be going to lounges and things like that. Because you will be the old fucking man in the club. And at 35, this stuff should really be out of your system. At 40, the only time you end up going to a club like that I just referred to is if you happen to go back home for the holidays and you meet some friends out. 40-year-olds in the 21 and up club is a pervert. You're lame and a loser. So the highest levels of accountability, you're going to have to confess to some folks around you. I'm living life on foul. And this is why you're going to have to hire mentors, life coaches, and everything else. The question I really wanted to ask, are you competent enough to live your life as an adult? Oh shit, but I didn't want to put that in the chat room. The question I wanted to ask is, are you really competent enough to run your own life? I mean, ask yourself a question. If you weren't you, because somebody say, are you really competent enough to be considered to be called a man? I mean, let me say this again. Let's say you're a 40-year-old dude and you ain't never owned a suit. Never owned a suit. You got a job and you paying your bills, so that's cool. You're surviving. But life is not supposed to be surviving. Life is supposed to be thriving. You know why you avoid a mirror? Because you know you don't want to look yourself in the eye. See, men who are competitive and women who are beautiful have no problem being out there, because even if they lose the game, they still in it. So many guys today use this tag of introvert as an outright lie. I'm about to say it, and I don't mean no harm, but so many guys today are using the tag introvert where the tag loser would have been 20 years ago. That doesn't mean you're a Madden king. That means you're a bum. This means you're a loser. And here's what a loser was 20, 30 years ago. A guy who was just working a workaday gig. He'd come home after working in his 1-bedroom apartment. He'd turn on the TV because there was no cable. He'd click on ABC, NBC, CBS, whatever he had, and watch whatever local programming was. May grab a beer, and he'd go put a Hungry Man or a Swanson's TV dinner in the oven. Or he'd go eat some
I agree with Kevin here. Back in the day, there were men, even people that was in my family back in the day where I grew up with. They would get home and then they would just be in front of a TV all day or just drinking a beer. And I agree with Kevin. I think it's time for men just to get out, or get to doing more work. More work needs to be done because if you got things that's unfinished in life and you need extra cash, man, like you need to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be home sitting on your butt, man. You should be trying to get it on YouTube, getting an extra job, or or networking. You know what I'm saying? Going right back out in a suit and trying to network with people. You never know. So I agree with Kevin. You shouldn't come home and just be sitting on your butt, because you are considered a loser if you come home and there's things to be there's unfinished business that needs to be done, and you're not doing it, but you're coming home and you're chilling 5 nights a week, drinking beer and having some leftovers or whatever the case may be, because you didn't cook, or you just doing takeouts a bunch of times, but you ain't cooking for yourself. I agree with Kevin. It's time to change that. Change that mindset. Get to it. Gotta get to it. Gotta get to it. Gotta get to it. I agree. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Like some sardines or some Vienna sausages and crackers. He'd eat, spaghetti week, SpaghettiOs, hot dogs. So he's eating. He's got his own place. I mean, he may have a car. It's not, it's older model, 10, 15 years, held together. It's not dirty, but it's, he ain't riding the way he want to. And then you look at this dude and ask him, dude, you're 35 years old. Is this where you thought you would be when you were a little boy? When you were 8 years old, did you think you'd be this? No, but that was we called those guys losers. And those guys knew they were losing. See, we got too many guys today who are losing and blaming it on everything else. Life is not meant to be survived. It's meant to be thrived. Said, I'm definitely not living life like I should be. Well, understand something. If you're not living life like you should be, then there's only one thing to do. You have to go into overdrive on self-improvement, and you're not qualified to do it yourself. Again, I don't mean to be rude. I'm not trying to be hurtful, but you're not competent enough to run this part of your life.
That is the video right there. And the majority of stuff that Kevin Samuels was saying, man, I agree. I think you should be getting to it, man. If you're not happy in your life, or you're just doing a bare minimum, it's time to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, look, I need to do more. So, and I think, putting some extra hours into work or finding a new job is the right direction, man. Because if you got things that's unfinished, as far as like credit, student loan debt, credit cards, whatever, you need to pay those off so you can really start investing. So I agree, man. I agree with this video. I agree with what Kevin was saying, RIP. And this is it, man. This is it. But, we're going to continue this one day at a time. And I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you soon. Peace out.